everybody.
Oh yeah, giggity gig goo.
Hey, everybody.
Hey,
Welcome to How Do You Say
everybody.
Yours. We're talking.
Welcome.
What?
Welcome. We are talking today about
LASIK.
woo
Eye surgery.
Yes.
LASIK eye surgery. If you don't know what that is.
Laser face. That and it is exciting. I recently got laser eye surgery, and Gabby got it. How many years ago now?
I believe I got it in 2010.
And this was a life-changing experience for both of us.
That's right. We both got LASIK eye surgery. So, I've had glasses maybe since I was in 4th grade.
Yep.
And then, I had contacts. Probably started contacts in middle school.
Mm-hmm.
And I did contacts primarily, but I wore glasses, at times. And I also I did colored contacts. I did green eyes and
What?
blue eyes. Yes, that was fun. I will say that was super fun. I did that in high school, and it was really funny because I did green eyes and blue eyes. Which do you think would look better overlapping my eyes?
Green.
Yeah. So the blue really just looked kind of like fake. It didn't, but the green actually like overlapped I have brown eyes, so it kind of overlapped well.
Nice.
And it looked more like real. And it was so funny because my sister, Caitlin, was so mad when I got them.
Why was she mad?
Because my sister has eyes that actually go from green to blue depending on what she's wearing or like what she's surrounded by.
Interesting.
Yeah, so that's like a really special characteristic that she has, and she was really mad that I got the blue and then the green contacts because she was like, that's her thing. That's like the one thing that she felt like that was really hers,
Yeah.
So it was really funny. But anyway, so I did
Getting
that.
into the fight. I love it.
So then I got LASIK eye surgery my junior year of college, I believe.
Yep. Oh,
So,
wow. Junior
yeah.
year.
That's right. Yeah, I got it as soon as possible.
Real? Okay, I didn't know you got it that early.
I got it really early, yeah. So I had it, I believe I had it for my senior year of college. I believe.
I believe.
What I'm trying to remember right now is whether I had it before I went study abroad, actually. I think I did. So what about you?
Well, I am
when
almost...
did you start wearing glasses?
He's
mid-yawning.
I'm so sleepy. It's either 4th or 5th grade. Maybe 3rd or 4th grade, actually. So
Yeah.
I, very similar, had it my whole life. And then I started contacts as soon as I could.
Yeah.
Because now glasses are a bit more in style. But really, when you're a 3rd grader or 4th grader, whatever it was, like they're, especially back in the day, 15 years ago, even 20 years ago. I'm so sorry. I'm thinking I'm younger than what I am. Like, there were no cool glasses. They were all those, like, little baby glasses, and you just looked like I was already nerdy. I felt like I really did not want to remind others that I was even more nerdy.
I love that.
Yeah.
So cute.
So, that was the big thing to me of like, I really don't want that. So, we had actually looked last year about getting into this for me, because Gabby had gotten it and she had loved it. And it was really huge in hype. But then, like, I'd gone in February to, like, 2 places to kind of, like, get checked out, could see how I felt about the doctors, like, get some price comparisons. And then COVID hit. And it was like, maybe we shouldn't, like, spend money and get a surgery, right? Like, this might not be the right, like, option for us in this exact second.
Right, exactly.
And I also got a couple eye infections.
Yes, that's a big contributor. So Adam, he wears contacts, as he said, like mostly contacts, and he has long work days, so he'll wear them for long periods of time. So he did. There was a point where he had like a dot in his eye, and did it hurt, Adam, or you just noticed it?
I think it was just a twinge. It wasn't anything serious, but I went to the doctor because, a speck on the eye is not generally good when it's noticeable.
Right.
And he said it was like a hole in the eye, like it caused because of lack of air through the contacts, because I wasn't changing them out enough. I always took them off every night. I just needed to replace them individually more often.
Yeah.
And, basically, I couldn't wear contacts for a couple months. Or, like, I think it was at least, like, 2 or 3 weeks, and then I stayed off a long while to make sure it healed.
Right.
Especially when, you're on the pandemic, you don't really need to wear contacts that much.
Yeah.
So, we kind of did that, and then this year was coming up, and my eye was a little red, and Gabby
I feel like I could see, I was worried the hole was coming back.
I think it's just a scar.
Yeah, it might be, because it was in the same spot as the last one. It like, looked like a dot, like, was coming back, so we were like, it was just in that moment, we were just right away brought back to the conversation we had last had about LASIK, and we were like, you know what, do it. Let's do it now. Let's not wait any longer. We don't want any more holes in his eye, you know?
Oh, yeah.
It's just too terrifying to mess around with that. And I think also we had a whole year to kind of come to terms with the price and just like, okay, it is worth it. You know, you get a little more time under your belt to like really consider it.
And we saved
a little more. Yeah.
You know, we had done really well with savings, and like we've been really cautious in the last year. So I think that was like,
that's true.
You know, because at the other time, like, we had good decent savings, but we'd also paid off a car. Like, we didn't have like a ton of flex. And the other big part was when COVID hit. It's like, you know, we both have good jobs, but it's, you know, it seemed foolish when like people were talking like, oh, the economy could collapse to like, just like that seemed dangerous.
Yeah, exactly. So we just felt like it's the time. And what was great is we could act more quickly because Adam had already done all of that research before. So we did a little more research just to be absolutely sure. And then we were able to schedule it very quickly, and Adam got his surgery.
Yeah.
And how has your recovery been?
It's been great. I could see everything. And actually the vision's supposed to improve once you kind of like get off the steroids for your eyes a little bit more. Or the anti-inflammatory, whatever it is, because they dry out your eyes and that hurts your vision. I did have a popped blood vessel in my eye at the time. So that was very funny of like, you know, it was completely harmless in terms of everything, but we got that. I went home, took a nap, and then came out and like, ooh! So we went to the doctor, and they're like, no, it's nothing to worry about.
Thank goodness.
Yeah, but that was the
a
funny.
little scary.
How was your experience, Gabs?
Yeah, well, so when we got the LASIK eye surgery, I got it with my sister at the same time, and for both of us, it hurt a lot. So it didn't hurt you, right?
It was uncomfortable how it was maneuvered, but it was not in like, I was not crazy problematic with it.
I think, I don't know. I think we were both very sensitive to, I guess, because it's a lot of pressure coming down on your eye.
Oh, yeah.
And if I remember correctly, and you know, it's many years ago in comparison, so they do it now differently anyway, Adam experienced. But I think there was a moment where, is it black for you? Was there a moment where it's like you can't see?
I don't remember that.
Okay, I have like a recollection that there was maybe a split second or a moment that, because you're awake for the eye surgery, and they clamp your eyes open.
Did they give you a Xanax?
Yes.
Okay.
Sure. Yeah, of course. Yeah. They gave us whatever.
Yeah, I had a Xanax.
Yeah. They give you some kind of medicine before because they want you to kind of be able to sleep right away after the surgery. So we took whatever medicine they gave us, and but you're doing so you know that you're laying on a table and your eyes are clamped open. But there's like a moment where it was black. So I did have a moment of terror, like, oh my gosh, I'm blind. You know? Like just a moment. But then after that, really, after the surgery, you are pretty quickly, when we did it, we put these things over our eyes right away. So we didn't like let sun in and like kind of immediately start healing and resting the eyes. And then we went home, and you have these shields over your eyes, kind of like sunglasses, so you don't like scratch your eyes or anything, because that's really dangerous. You don't want to rub your eyes for like months after. So, and then we went right to bed. I remember me and Caitlin climbing into my mom's king size bed. She like tucked us in, and we went right to sleep. And I slept fine, but then when I woke up, I do remember things feeling very like itchy, like scratchy, because it's very dry and all that stuff. And it was very hard for me right away to not rub my eyes. And Adam's been so good at it. I was so worried for him because I was like, you know, you have to remember, because, you know, you could like really mess up the eye because it's so fresh and you move the flap or whatever. And so for me, it was harder. And I think Adam's like done so great not rubbing his eye.
No touching.
Yeah, he's done amazing. There have even been times like I'll go to like kiss him on the face or like close to his eye, and he's like, Gabrielle, and I'm like, oh yeah, sorry.
She's touching my eye more than I am. It's a problem. You got to keep this no touching.
Oh my gosh, it's hilarious. So actually, Adam has healed amazingly. I do remember, I was more. Adam has been careful, but I was like kind of crazy. So when I went back to college, was playing intramural soccer, and I was on it was indoor teams, and I actually, so they told you, like, you're fine, you can play sports after like a little bit, and so by this time I would have been fine to play sports, and contact sports would have been fine, but I so didn't want to mess up my eyes, and it was just maybe like 2 or so months after I got the surgery, because I got the surgery during winter break. So maybe it was sophomore year, actually, now that I think about it, but whatever. So, anyway, during intramural soccer, I put on sports goggles.
Oh, yeah, no bueno.
And I actually wore sports goggles during, like, college intramural soccer. I really wanted to play soccer. I really wanted to protect my eyes, so I was that kid.
Okay, you see, I'm at about 3 weeks.
Like a boss.
I think tomorrow will be about, or next Monday will be about 3 full weeks, like 21 days post-recovery at this point.
Awesome.
And I think I'm over the fearing in my eyes.
Oh, wow. Yeah, no, I was like that for a while.
Yeah.
And I wore those goggles because you know, though, if you play intramural soccer, like, especially indoor, like, the ball does, like, whip around and people, like, hit off the wall.
Sure, yeah.
And, like, you can get hit in the face pretty easily.
Yeah, no, that's reasonable.
And people can get pretty, like, physical. So I was just like, you know what? I don't care. I'm just going to own this. And it's pretty ridiculous. I'm sure people thought I looked ridiculous and very nerdy.
Yes.
But I was like, whatever. Whatever.
I love it. Yeah,
I
you're
play,
you're living your best life now.
So, yeah, I do remember my most, like, crazy, whoa, this is real, after a LASIK moment.
Yeah.
Was I went on, we went to soccer season, started back up the off season, and I went on the field, and I felt like I could see every strand of grass.
Okay, that's
like,
cool.
All around the field. It was just beautiful. I was like, whoa, I think I'm a superhero.
I felt like that when I could start reading road signs.
Oh.
Because, like, you know, like, oh, I could actually drive. Like, to me, it felt just great. Like, you know, one thing I've been excited about is, like, you know, especially with glasses and contacts, like, okay, I always, like, in the last 2 years especially, I've always had a pair of glasses, like, in my backpack or my, like, glove compartment in the car I normally drive. Yeah. Just because it's like, okay, I know I can't drive in any type of way. I would not want to drive without some type of contact or glasses. So it's like, okay, it's like, oh, I'd love to not have to worry about, like, going somewhere and needing a backup on some way. And now it's like, I could just drive.
That is the best thing. I'm very excited for Adam to experience this with traveling, because that was the other thing that was amazing. Because I would always, like, after a plane ride, like, you feel really dry with the contacts on, or having to deal with putting that on and off, or if you have, like, a really late flight and you want to get those contacts out of your eyes. So I'm so excited for him to not have to deal with that at all during traveling, and just, like, be free. You don't have to worry about forgetting that. It's like, you're good.
Yep. And we'll see that this summer in Maine.
Yes!
But that's LASIK?
That's LASIK. We recommend.
Yeah.
Highly recommend.
Yo, get your eyes cleaned, yo.
Earlier than later.
Yerp.
Bye.
Bye.
See you later.
Later.